All right. No, I'm just kidding. I was just being silly. Hey, Meg, thanks for joining. Nice to see that you're the first. Iris, thanks for joining in. Iris, Meg, meet Iris. Iris, Meg is responsible for the shenanigans that I'm going to get up to on Monday morning. Hey, Jen, how you doing? Welcome. Thanks for joining us on Fizz Fridays. John, one of our more regular viewers, thanks for joining, buddy. I'm glad you guys are here. We've got a special treat for you. Okay? I mean, as usual, it is Fizz Friday, so we got to do the DiSerrano Fizz because, you know what? Even though, and I'm going to sign, don't look at the sun. Just, take a quick look and then look away. But you can see the background behind me. I'm not up north anymore. Unfortunately, I wish I still was. However, my cousin Jason and his lovely wife Cindy are up there for their 30th anniversary. So Jay and Cindy, happy anniversary, you guys. Have a great time up there. I hope you have fantastic weather. But doesn't matter. We're still going to do Fizz Fridays because it's a beautiful sunny day. You know what? I don't really need this. It's not actually that cold out. There we go. I'm going to take this off too. You know what? There we go. Let's just, shed some layers. I'm still feeling lumberjacky because it's fall and I just love this jacket. Pops! How you doing, Pops? Good to see you. It's been a long time. This is a first. My dad has actually just joined us for Fizz Fridays. Dad, it's good to see you again virtually. Tarina, thank you so much for joining us. You're really going to get a kick out of this one, I hope. But let's get started, right? Because this is Fizz Friday. So what do? We have a DiSerrano Fizz. So, cooking show style. I have my measuring cup here. 27.5 ice cubes. Precisely measured out. We've got our DiSerrano. And yes, being able to spin this square top is half the reason I took this job. No, I'm just kidding. We're just going to add an ounce and a half. Sure, let's go with that. All right. We've got our traditional half lemon. We're just going to, give it a squeeze. And I'm a lefty, but I'm using my right hand because I have a cut on my thumb and don't really feel like getting lemon juice in an open cut. And there we go. We just do that. That might have actually gone over the edge. All right. And then we've got our sparkling water. There we go. I'm using SodaStream. You can use club soda, DiSerrano, San Pellegrino, Perrier, whatever you want for your DiSerrano Fizz. So there we go. Boom. Beautiful, big, refreshing. It tastes like weekend. Not going to lie. All right. Oh, so good. All right. So, like I said, we've got some beautiful scenery behind us. It's not the north, but this is still actually, you got to admit, really pretty cool view. The sky is gorgeous. I'm actually going to hopefully get some screenshots minus my chrome dome of this beautiful blue sky from later. Has everybody had a good week? I hope you have. I've had a pretty cool week. It's been really busy, which, given the situation with Toronto being in phase 2, blah, 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 still been actually quite busy, which is a lot of fun. I've had some great interactions with some people. Yesterday I was up in Peterborough, met some fantastic people. If you're up that way, if you get up that way, there's some great restaurants to go visit, like Gertie's, like Tasso's, even 180 Hunter. They've got some great stuff going on up there. Really, really sweet, down-to-earth people. And they only have one active case in Peterborough, so I'm actually thinking about moving. Surprise, Iris. No, I'm just kidding. I like where I'm at. So, DiSerrano Fizz, you cannot go wrong anytime, day or night. Brunch cocktails, weekend cocktails, splitting wood cocktails, pushing over trees without your hands cocktails. Right, Dad? Because you can push over a tree without your hands. This is a scientific fact that we learned last weekend. So my dad, myself, my brother-in-law Joel, and his buddy Adamo were up at our family cottage. So if you were here with for last week, you saw my video on Friday with Stan the Vodka Man, talking about Luxusova and Vibrova, Polish vodkas. That was right before they all got there. So we chopped down some dead trees, split up some firewood. We burned some stuff because, men like to play with fire. and there was a dead tree in our backyard. So for those of you who don't know, it was actually the dead birch that was right beside the boathouse that used to have the clothesline. It was so dead, like we literally pretty much pushed it over just by using our shoulders, and we didn't use any hands. Adamo used his hands to push over one tree because Adamo is basically an angry Care Bear, really. When you think he's like the grumpy Care Bear. He's a great guy. I love him to bits. Sorry, Adamo. Will, thanks for joining. I'm going to be back in KW in a couple of weeks, dude. Would love to grab a whiskey with you because it was a great time chatting with you at Sugar Run. But now I know you guys are here for one reason. And if I had an extra set of hands, I would drum roll. I would ask for a drum roll, or I would do a drum roll. But thanks to Tarina, the Canadian lean lady, who helped me out with this. Oh, that's right. You're seeing it. I've talked about it. You've seen some posts. Di Serono Velvet. I have some in my hot little hands. Actually, they're not all that hot. They're kind of chilly, really. Especially holding this bottle because it was in the fridge. This stuff is fantastic. It is a cream liqueur. It is not just Di Serono and cream. Okay? This is a Di Serono-based cream liqueur. Now, most of us grew up with Bailey's, or if you were fancy, Amarula fruit cream, which is actually also a really good cream liqueur, or Carolyn's, or for younger generations, there's the 40 Creek Lim. There's, I don't know how many there are, and Bailey's has like more flavors than Baskins and Robbins. Anyway, Di Serono Velvet. So Di Serono is the original amaretto. It is a nut-free, gluten-free, almond-flavored liqueur using the aromatic oils of apricot pits, Madagascar vanilla, Chinese rhubarb, burnt sugar, and 13 other or so proprietary botanicals. That's Di Serono. When you smell it, you get that beautiful, you know what, I'm just going to do this. Hashtag I love my job. No, and I do love my job. When you smell it, you get that beautiful marzipan, almond, almost maraschino cherry-like note, and then you taste it, and it's just, that's right, Jen, it's magical. So we've got our Di Serono just like that, but now we've got Di Serono Velvet. So when I say it's Di Serono based cream liqueur, it does contain dairy, so it will expire, unlike certain other cream liqueurs that will sit out on a counter for a number of years. You're gonna get flavors of vanilla. You're gonna get that classic Di Serono almond, but it doesn't have that marzipan note that I just mentioned. Okay, so when you think about Di Serono, that marzipan, almost maraschino note, that sweet, sweet almond, you don't get that from this. This, you get good Madagascar vanilla. You get good, clean almond. Like you're just sitting there popping some almonds in your mouth, roasted, unsalted almonds, while you're watching the game, or you're doing a crossword puzzle, or whatever your fancy is, listening to vinyl records, or doesn't matter, right? If you're popping almonds, that's what that tastes like. Okay, you're gonna get that up front, and then you're gonna get it again on the finish. But you also get some really notes of not chocolate, not cocoa, but cacao. Corey, dude, how you doing? Look, no work sock, buddy. No work sock. I had a hat on earlier, but I took it off because I had a feeling you would join in and probably try and mock me somehow. So Corey's my cousin. Dude, how you doing? Good to see you again. It's his older brother, Jason, who's up at our cottage for their 30th anniversary. And dude, I don't know if Cindy sent you the picture, but I left them a treat kind of like you got, but a little bit different. Anyway, Di Serono Velvet, without further ado. And I'm not cracking this bottle. I've already cracked it. I've already had a couple samples. And if you saw the shots, the pictures, you know. Mr. Zabo, how you doing, sir? Look what I have. And I know you have it too, because, you know, you're out west and, you know, we don't get the fun things first. So here we go. There we go. So Di Serono Velvet, I'm just going to pour a little bit. I'm just going to, you know what? You know what? Here's what we're going to, because Dad's watching and Andy just joined. So, Dad, I don't know if you remember this. Mr. Sewell, Sean, cheers. Thanks for joining, sir. Dad, this is one of Grandma's old sherry glasses. This is what she drank Harvey's Bristol out of. Sean, thanks for joining, sir. I miss you. I want to talk to you. And right now we're talking about Di Serono Velvet cream liqueur on Fizz Fridays. So for everybody, if you have a cocktail, first of all, cheers. But yeah, let's get right into the Velvet. So, out of, my Irish grandmother's good cream sherry glass, Harvey's Bristol cream, I'm going to drink Di Serono Velvet. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now, one person I know that tasted it, I'm not going to name names, said this, quote, "Well, Bailey's can go suck a lemon," unquote. You know who you are. Okay, it was Iris. Thanks for joining, but this stuff is delicious. Oh, man. I'm not a big cream liqueur guy. I don't even always put milk in my coffee. But this, the vanilla, that good clean almond that I get, it does, like I said, it's got that Di Serono almond, but it doesn't have that marzipan, almost maraschino sweetness to it. There's a little bit of cacao, but it's got a good clean finish. It's fantastic. This stuff, okay, if I'm going to sum this up, I'm going to give you two phrases. One, the melted end of a bowl of ice cream. So you're eating a bowl of vanilla ice cream. Regular vanilla, French vanilla, bean vanilla, whatever flavor of vanilla you like, Dad, because my dad's favorite flavor is vanilla, all 17 kinds of vanilla. When you get to the end of that bowl of ice cream and you got that little bit of melted ice cream that you're like, now, and you're tearing off the sides, to get at all of that ice cream without licking the bowl like some kind of savage child, that's what it tastes like. Or, in another term, a proper malted vanilla milkshake. I won't break the glass, Dad, don't worry. Iris has washed this without breaking it, so, it's not going anywhere. I take very good care of the glass, Dad, don't worry. So, for those of you who know where I live at Dundas and Kipling. Across the street is a legendary fast food joint called Apache Burger. And they do not only milkshakes, but proper malted milkshakes. And if you've had a proper malted milkshake, you know what it tastes like. Well, my friends, it is now in a bottle, right, in adult form in Di Serono Velvet. This stuff is delicious. Now, I like cocktails. Gee, where might I be going with this? Let's have a cocktail with Di Serono Velvet in it. And when one thinks about cocktails, what are we going to do? So I was talking to my good friend Stan the Vodka Man. I'm going to give him another shout out with his Vibo. What do? Well, he's thinking espresso martini because some espresso martini recipes call for that other cream liqueur that starts with a B. Me, no. I'm good old glass, King Cube. And then, yep, I got my Tia Maria, my cold brew coffee liqueur. No, Tarina, we're not going espresso martini this week. Hang on. I'm not saying we're not, but just not yet. So, normally I would use a jigger and be all fancy with this. Adrian, how you doing, sir? Thanks for popping on. So, I got myself an ounce of Tia Maria cold brew coffee liqueur made with Jamaican rum, Madagascar vanilla, and 100% cold brew Arabica coffee. Next, I've got my good Wyborowa Polish rye vodka. 100% rye grain, entirely sourced and produced in Poland. All right, so coffee liqueur and vodka, Black Russian. But I'm talking about a cream liqueur, so we're talking about cream. Do you see where I might be going with this? And Pop, I know you're thinking it. You're thinking it. That's right. 3 words. 3 small words. I'm going to take my Di Serono Velvet. And I'm just going to add that in. Whoop. And now I'm just going to say this. The dude abides. Ho, 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 ho. This is dangerous. So, real fun riff on a White Russian, right? Normally, coffee liqueur, Tia Maria, vodka, Black Russian. Add milk, White Russian. Add Di Serono Velvet, and the dude abides. I think I just want my hat back, and a fire, and this for the night, and a good book, and I'm good to go, because, you know, this is just fantastic. That's right, dudism. Dad, I'm sorry you're not here with me to enjoy this. Bummer. Tarina, I'm actually calling this the Not So Irish Coffee, or also known as the Dude Abides. I think I might just run with that one. So for all of you out there, shameless self-plug, if you're in the Ontario area, on Monday morning at 8:15, 8:20, the Dude will be abiding on CHCH. We're going to make some autumn cocktails with Di Serono, with Tia Maria. Probably not with Di Serono Velvet yet, since it's not available in Ontario yet. It is coming. Medic. Don't worry, it's just a paper. It's just a flesh wound. I've had worse. Wait, your arm's off. No, it isn't. Oh, see, look, Monty Python comes out. No. I will be on CHCH Monday morning at, like I said, 8:15, 8:20. We're going to make some autumn cocktails that you can have either hot or cold, which is going to be really, really cool. I've got some fun stuff planned, so tune in. If you miss it, don't worry, because it goes to their website after, and I'll get you the link. You can watch it. You can have a good laugh and see what I'm actually like at that time of the morning. My father and my sister and Corey, so I have a good number of family who are watching that know what I'm like that early in the morning, and it's not always pretty. Let's be honest, it's not even pretty right now. Gesundheit, Monty. I'm outside, so he had to be outside. And now he's sniffing the hot peppers, so I'm really scared. I'm scared. We should all be scared, really, to be honest. But anyway, no, this is, you know, this is fantastic stuff. So for those of you out there, and you know who you are, Jen, I'll be around this week. I'll get you a small taste, because I only have a limited supply at this point in time. It is coming. Please be patient. Kyle, can I have a bad hair day? Really? I'd have to have hair to have a bad hair day. Come on. I mean, I do wake up and, like, my beard is halfway up my face. You know, it's a thing. But otherwise, it's all good. Chicken. Anyway, no, guys. Thanks so much for hopping on. I've had a blast with you. So, to all of you out there, if you've got a beverage, cheers. Di Serono Fizz, cannot go wrong. So refreshing. Not gonna lie, I got home at about 3:30 from running some errands and delivering some product to people and doing what I do. And Iris may have been sipping on a Di Serono Fizz while on a work conference call. Notice my sarcasm in the air quotes. Shut up about the eyebrow. She may or not had a Di Serono Fizz. Andy, leave my eyebrow alone. Okay, at least I'm not like Carl. And for everybody out there that doesn't know, I apologize for all the inside jokes, but my family is starting to tune in and watch this, so we just sort of talk about... Monica, thanks for joining. Pop, it's bourbon time. Are you having Old Forester or Makers today? Monica, thanks for joining our Fizz Friday. What's in the Fizz? The Fizz is Di Serono. It's fresh lemon, which I threw over there somewhere, and it's some sparkling water. You can use San Pellegrino, club soda, it doesn't really matter, right? Just pour some Di Serono over ice, squeeze some lemon on it, add some Fizz, and you're good to go. Monica, I know you joined a little bit late, but look what I have. You and I need to have a conversation, my dear, about this beautiful Di Serono Velvet liqueur. Sean, if you're still hanging around, I would love to chat with you about doing some stuff out west. Let's have a conversation. Chris. Oh, Chris, thanks for joining. Christina, she's joined a few times. We've been friends for 10 years, I think, pretty much. Dropped off. No, not 7 Up, just club soda. You don't want to sweeten it. There's enough flavor. You don't want to ruin the flavor of Di Serono. Just Di Serono, lemon, club soda. That's the Di Serono Fizz. That's all you need. The dude is abiding by this one. Dudism is strong. It was fantastic to see you again today, Chris. I hope you guys are digging the Di Serono and the wee dram of velvet that I left you. I know it's not much. I'm sorry I couldn't leave you the pretty little bottle because I only have a couple of these, and I got to make it last as long as possible until we can actually get it on the shelf here. Well, yes, you can add cava instead of soda. I mean, if you want to get fancy and all. You can always add cava. I mean, bubbles, you know, to quote Kevin Brosh, there's always an occasion for bubbles, right? Napoleon said it too. In victory, one deserves champagne, and in defeat, one requires it. And I'm sorry about the phone wobbling, guys. That's not me. That's the wind. I'm not wobbling. It's the phone's the wind up here, 22 floors up. Yeah, 22. It gets a little breezy up here sometimes. Okay, fine. Next week, I'll do the Fizz with cava. Does that make everybody happy? Okay, good. All right. No, not going to lie. You know what? Sorry, guys. The sun's going down. And for those of us that are follically challenged, we need this at this time of year. Right? The sunset is gorgeous. You gotta love it. I love this view. Wow. It's everybody knows everybody. We're all one big happy family. But I'm gonna sit here with my Fizz while you all sit and talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic. Grape nuts. They're neither grapes, no nuts. Discuss. Oh, it's like butter. Actually, what's more like butter is this Di Serono Velvet. Okay, fine. I'll sit back and let you enjoy the sunset. And there you go. Little bit better version of the sunset. Snow in Calgary. Can't really say I'm surprised. It's October. It's Calgary. You know. But still. Velvet. Against the sunset. You know what, everybody? Thanks for coming out. What food would I pair with the velvet? Some good dark chocolate. Some salted cashews. Salted almonds. You know what I would pair with velvet? More velvet. It really doesn't need much. You know what? Next week we're going to talk a little bit more about that, and I'll give you some food pairings. But this is really, really fantastic stuff. I can't wait to get into the LCBO. I'm sorry it's taking so long, but we're working on it, so be patient. Will, Christina, Jen, everybody else who's looking for it in Ontario. It's coming. I'll do what I can. So to all of you, thanks for tuning in. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Please wear your masks. Be safe. Like I said, I was in Peterborough yesterday. We stopped off at an LCBO, and I watched people in their car putting their masks on. I was like, oh my gosh, they're putting masks on. And I thought to myself, it wasn't that long ago that if we saw somebody come into a store with a mask on, we're like, and now somebody comes into a store without a mask, we're like, no, put your mask on. So please be safe. Have a great weekend. Be kind to those in the service industry. If you go out, if you're ordering takeout, if you're doing pickup, if you're dining on a patio, bring your own blanket. They're not going to mind. They're happy to have you there. Okay? Support your local restaurants and bars. They need the help. The industry needs the help. We need to get through this, but they need our support. They need your support. So, Andy, what's that pub in Ancaster? The Coach and Lantern. Go to the Coach and Lantern. Have some deep fried pickles and a pint and a whiskey. Take a blanket. They're not going to mind if you bring a blanket. They're going to be happy to have you. Okay? Guys, Steve. I will say hi to Steve for you. Don't worry. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go inside, warm up, finish my Fizz, plan dinner, plan the rest of my weekend. Thanks so much for tuning in. Not sure what we're gonna do next week. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a little bit more velvet. We're gonna do a food snack, maybe a different cocktail, espresso martini. I wonder what might be coming. But yeah, we're gonna have some fun every Friday, 6 o'clock. Tune in here. It's gonna go up on YouTube shortly, and yeah, we'll chat. We'll have a good time. We'll talk. You know what? I might just do something with rum next week, because you can never go wrong with rum. And some people that are watching recently learned that they like good rum, right, Dad? Some people say, I don't like rum, I don't like gin, I don't like this, I don't like that. That's because they weren't drinking good spirits. They weren't drinking good rum. They weren't drinking good gin or good tequila. Now, yes, they were probably 16 and drank too much, so quantity is a factor, but the quality is also a factor. So, we're going to talk, let's talk rum next week. I'm going to see if I can get a rum specialist to join us, either Robin or Karen or maybe Chris Mosey, who represents Florida Kenya out on the West Coast for us all. Florida Kenya is a fantastic rum. We're going to talk about some, you know what? We're going to talk rum next week. I'm not sure who, but we're going to make it happen so you can learn about rum. So if you've just recently learned that you like rum just as much as you like bourbon or scotch or Irish whiskey, we're going to talk about that next week. Maybe do something else fun with Disaronno Velvet. But for now, the dude abides. Have a great weekend, everybody.